Going live.
Hey. Dave, how you doing?
I'm well. Jackie, how are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. Let's both pretend that wasn't a very incredibly stressful lead up to going live right now and that we're perfectly relaxed and ready to go for this evening. Shall we do that?
Well, I'll be honest, it wasn't stressful for me at all because all I do is talk. So yes, I'm good. I'm fine.
Brilliant. Look, I'm good too now that we are live. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us for our virtual trivia this evening. It was a little bit stressful there in the background. We've got this brand new studio here at Stile headquarters and nothing worked. So I'm actually just running this off my computer with my regular webcam. But we got there in the end.
Yeah. Oh, well, good work. Improvisation, you see?
That's right. Keeps it exciting.
Teachers out there wouldn't know this, Jackie, because technology in the classroom works seamlessly every time.
Every time, without a doubt, every time. But good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Stile Science Trivia Night. So my name is Jackie, for those that don't know me, and Dave.
You introduced me, or am I? Oh, I'm Dave.
No, go for it. That's your cue to jump in. That was seamless.
I was sure if you were going to sort of talk about what you do at Stile. What do you do at Stile, Jackie?
I'm just like I'm the head of teaching and learning at Stile, and trivia extraordinaire. That's my role. And yourself?
Yeah. I'm your offsider. So Jackie's sidekick is one of my roles, and the other one is that I look after schools in sunny Queensland. So if anyone's from Queensland watching, hello. Nice to see you.
We're very jealous, Dave. So obviously we are here tonight to help culminate the virtual STAV STEM Regional Metro and Lab Tech Conference. So it's quite a mouthful, but the STAV Conference, essentially, we're here to help culminate that. So thank you for joining us for that this evening. And kind of just to rub it in a little bit for all of us Victorians, we have asked Dave from Queensland to join us. So not only is it sunny and beautiful, it's also a little bit earlier there this evening, Dave. It's only, you're an hour behind, aren't you?
6 o'clock. So, I mean,
we're in the future.
I drink earlier now as well as it happens.
Yeah, that's always the way it rolls.
It is. I've been to many staff conferences. I used to teach at Brighton Secondary College, which in Melbourne, which is where they filmed Summer Heights High. So I was the head of science there, which I left in December, and they moved in January to film. It's my kind of claim to fame. Hello.
Great. India. Thank you for welcoming us here. Contagious David is a good name you've gone with there, David. I assume it's because you're a bit of a virus. Is that why you've gone with that name?
Yeah, I infect a lot of people with my warmth and generosity. I've actually got my Stile coronavirus T-shirt on.
Me too. Got it on.
Good.
Yeah, excellent. Represent. I honestly thought they would have.
Kind of cool.
No, good work. You're very on theme.
Yep.
This is actually our first foray into virtual trivia because we did do it earlier this year, way back in April during the first lockdown. Didn't know we'd be back doing it again. Didn't know we'd still be wearing our coronavirus T-shirts, but here we are, and we are absolutely rapt to be joining you this evening. Haven't watched it. Doesn't surprise me. So look, for those that don't know us, we are from Stile. We are the #1 science resource in Australia. That's self-proclaimed. But is it?
I don't know. I think we might be. Let's go.
We've had over 850,000 students this year, Dave. That was a stat that came out the other day. 850,000 students have used Stile in Australia this year. So I reckon that's probably not just self-proclaimed anymore. It's probably fact.
Yeah. And I'm sure those, this is mainly Victorian people, but for those who don't know us, what we do at Stile is we create these beautiful online interactive lessons that are based on real world science and the current science news and things like that. And I guess now's probably a good time to tell them, Jackie, there's not actually a quiz tonight. We're just going to talk about Stile for the next couple of hours.
Probably a good time to break it to them. You're right. Yeah.
No, we love having a good time at Stile. It's a wonderful company, and we do have a lot of fun, and that's what we kind of want to bring to this tonight, don't we? Ideally.
Indeed. So we are super passionate about science education, but we are also pretty passionate about having a good time, which is why we're here. And I mean, it's not all zoom and gloom down here, Dave. It's a good pun. We're going to get it. Dave said he was going to drink every time I used a pun tonight. So,
I'll be hammered by
lockdown does have its upsides, and virtual trivia is one of those. So the way tonight is going to work is there are going to be 3 rounds of 10 trivia questions. The questions are all science related. Some more loosely than others, yep. But the answer sheets can be accessed using the link that you will see just above this video or below this video, depending on how you're looking at it. But I think we have about 22 teams registered so far. They do. Yep, there should be a link there.
Cool. It's very clever. Yeah.
It is very clever. It's not us putting it together. There's people working in the background to do this for us. we can guarantee you that.
Yes.
But basically, we will get you to register your team name, and then all of the answer sheets will be there for you to pop your answers in for this evening's trivia. Now, we are very lucky. You can see those comments popping up on the screen there. As I said, we do have some wonderful people working in the background for us. One of those, of course, is Megs. I'm going to bring you on in here, Megs. Megs, how you doing?
Cheers, everybody. Welcome.
Check that out. So we've got a wonderful ability. We can actually just remove her as well. And for anyone who knows Megs in Victoria, you probably do. You know, that voice can just get to you. So if that's the case, we'll just remove it for you. Don't worry.
As I said, there's perks to this virtual word. If we could do this in the office, it'd be fantastic. We'd all get so much more work done.
I hope that everybody's witnessing what I have to endure on a daily basis.
And I actually tried to mute her. It didn't work. No,
she's got too much power. We've given her too much power. But the wonderful Meg is going to be helping in the background with the scoreboard tonight. So any issues, hopefully you have her email.
Tie-dye style T-shirts as well.
That's true. Limited edition. Meg's actually won that. We're all very jealous. So yes, do definitely pop your comments into the Facebook chat, into the YouTube chat. Megs has control of them, so she'll bring them up on the screen at her leisure and watch Dave and I have to work out a response to them.
Feel free to write some nice things in about me and I'll share them on the screen for you.
So look, I'll remove Megs. And then, like Jackie alluded to just then, like if you do have any problems, please let us know at meganfennessy@stile.com. So, you know, any issues, just send them straight through and we'll deal with every email.
Brilliant. So I bet you're very glad your name's difficult to spell right now, Megs. If you can spell Megan Fennessy correctly, you get an extra point tonight. Bonus point.
Absolutely. Now, you may want a pen and paper tonight, I was going to say. Sorry, you may want a pen and paper to take notes because, you know, there might be some tricky questions. There will be some things you might have to work out. It might be a good idea as well to take screenshots of any questions just so you can remember, or it might be something you want to, you know, refer back to, because we might be able to go back to certain questions, but technology is technology, so we might not. So bear that in mind.
That is a very good point. There are 3 rounds tonight. The overall winner tonight will win themselves a $100 Prezi voucher. Now, Fiona from Stab, if you're panicking right now, I know that's not the amount you said, but we decided to match whatever you put forward for prizes tonight. So we have doubled the Stab prizes. So $100 prize overall for the winners. And then in between the first and second round, we will have some bonus rounds where we will have a $50 prize up for grabs there as well. In terms of those cool style T-shirts that you're after, whichever style shop. Let's throw in some.
I'll take 5. I'll take 5. I'll put my mobile number up, and if you want to send me an offer, I'll see if I can work out a shirt for you.
Are you going to tell them that it's actually made with style on the back and you wear it back to front? Are you going to mention that, Meg?
I literally told you not to tell anyone that. Yes, it's the wrong way round.
I see you doing this all night. It's because.
All right, we will chat all night if you let us stay here. Look, tonight should run for about an hour and a half, give or take an hour and a half, depending on how much Dave talks. But we'll try and keep it relatively snappy. Not that you guys have anywhere else to go. We're all stuck here. So actually, this is a big night out for me. I've gone to the office today. So.
Can I tell you my dedication? I've got an esky full of beer. I've even brought my own lime, my knife, and a chopping board. So I am in it for the long haul.
You're locked in. You're locked in as much as we are, Dave. I like your commitment.
Right.
Welcome to our world.
Yeah.
All right, let's get cracking with some trivia this evening, though. I'm going to pop my screen up on here. It is time to dive into some trivia. So hopefully you found your registration form. You've registered your team name. You might be playing at home as an individual. You might be playing with the family. You might have a group of friends or colleagues joining together over a Zoom or perhaps in person if you're not in Victoria. But we are going to start rolling with the questions and get this show on the road. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. Firstly, the next slide, Jackie, is very important, actually. Could you bring that up?
Oh, please? Yes, it is too. Yes, just before we do. Thank you, Dave.
don't cheat. Now, remember, we work for a tech company, and we've asked our really clever engineers to tap into all your computers tonight to see where you're browsing. So, and some of you already have inappropriate tabs open, I can tell you. But, no, so don't
that's
cheat.
right.
No.
Yeah, it's all in the spirit of the game. Obviously, you could Google every question that we asked tonight. Please don't do that. We've thrown in a few that are ungoogleable. I like that word, ungoogleable. But yeah, play in the spirit of the game. Be honest. Keep it all above board. And let's get into round one.
Round one.
All right. Round one, question one. So this is a 2-point question to kick us off. So our first question for tonight is based on a science news story that happened recently that was not related to COVID-19. Believe it or not, there have been other things going on in the world.
The virus is amazing.
Yeah, it's slightly related, I suppose. The question's worth 2 points. So in August, the Independent Africa Regional Certification Commission, the ARCC for short, for polio eradication, officially declared the World Health Organization African region free of the wild polio virus. So for 1 point, how many years has there been no reported cases of the wild polio virus? And for a second point, this announcement actually brings us closer to complete world eradication of the virus. And in fact, 5 out of 6 WHO regions are now wild polio free. And when this last region declares it's wild polio free, it will be the second virus to be completely eradicated from the world. So what was the first virus to be completely eradicated? So how many years has there been no reported cases of the wild polio virus? And for the second point, what was the first virus to be completely eradicated from the world? Let's get rid of that. Yeah. All right, I'm going to pop some background music on it while people think about that first question, Dave. We'll give them a few moments.
Okay.
And then we'll crack on to question 2.
Apparently, I don't know, this might be a conspiracy, but apparently there are vials of that apparently eradicated virus in certain countries. Imagine that.
Really?
Apparently.
That is actually terrifying.
It is terrifying.
Yeah. All right. So question 1, 2-point question, 2-part question. I'll give you a couple of seconds to think about that. We're not going to give you a long time on each question. So as we said, jot it down, take a screen grab before we press on to question number 2.
As I cut my lemon, my request for question 2 was, which is the most important science? Because it's too obvious, like it's biology. Anyway, so this is actually question 2. Which element, and the Star Wars thing is because if you know the name of this element, it sounds a bit like one of those chips from Star Wars. But which element has the chemical symbol Te? So there it is over there.
Good question. Big build up to that one there.
Yeah.
Dave's automatically gone to the top of the ladder with biology as the answer there. Now, I must admit, there are actually quite a lot of biology questions tonight. So I think I did the first pass on the questions and sent them off to Dave. And in my head, I kind of thought maybe there were a few too many animal questions. Bit of an animal fan myself. And then I sent it over to Dave. And when it came back, I think there's more animal questions in there. So
yeah, because I'm an animal fan as well.
Yeah.
Do people know what you do, Jackie? Your
no.
side.
Do you know what I do, Dave? No.
I know what your side hustle is.
No.
If anyone out there, because this is Victorian based, if any of you go to the zoo on a Saturday, will they see you or not?
No, because it's closed. We're not allowed to go out. No one's allowed to go anywhere.
Sorry. Yeah, forget about that.
No, but I do. It is opening again soon.
I was going to say, Jackie, that I'm surprised the entire trivia is not just about Dave in general.
That's Dave and animals.
Yeah.
Didn't fly.
Yeah,
all right.
The problem was that you hesitated me, because you got to learn you can't hesitate around Dave and I. Just get in there.
Correct, David. Give David a bonus point. Biology rules.
Bonus point. Yep. All right. Let's press on. We're just going to turn into Dave, Megs, and I just chatting on that, isn't it?
Bernadette. Off you go.
All right. Round 1, question 3. In October of last year, we took one giant leap for womankind when 2 NASA astronauts made space history as they completed the first ever spacewalk by an all-woman team. we want you to just name one of those females. So this is a multiple choice question for you to make it a little bit easier. That's my kind of trivia question where you've got some chance of getting it right. And the options you have are A, Jessica Meyer, B, Peggy Whitson, C, Alice M. Let's get rid of that comment for a sec there, Megs. You move that one. There we go. C, Anne McLean, or D, Sally Ride. Alice may well have joined the mission, I'm not sure, but those are your 4 options that you have available to you for question 3.
This is interesting, the answer, by the way, I thought. Some good research there, Jackie. This was the last time where I kept talking while people, wasn't it? I don't know. I'll be quiet.
You sound very quiet. I can hardly hear the music. I've got some royalty-free beats happening in the background here today. Just so Facebook and YouTube don't shut us down. We can't use any official music, otherwise it'll cut us off. This isn't bad though. Around this.
An idiot, stop answering on Facebook.
No.
Answer on your answer sheet. You can't answer here because that gives everybody the answer.
All right, round 1, question 4.
Okay.
The big hand is pointing to the 12, and the little hand is pointing to the 4. So the time is
4 o'clock. Is that the answer?
So that is the time.
Is that how this question works, Dave?
Yeah. So as you can see, that is a famous brain. He's actually very famous to the point where I would love to make this. You have to get the spelling of that person's name right, but maybe that's a little bit hard. But yeah, a nice easy question, I hope, although it's only easy for the answer. This is a famous brain. Who is it? Simple as
Very
that.
good. Get the spelling right. If anyone gets the spelling right, I'm just going to give them a bonus point.
I reckon.
We've got people working in the background that are like, we never agreed on bonus points for teams.
I'll check the private chat in a minute. There will be swearing, I imagine.
All right, let's keep pressing on through though. Have a chat about that one with your team or get your answer on into the answer sheet, not into Facebook or the YouTube chat. And let's press on to question number 5.
Alice is
an
astronaut.
Round 1.
Really, Alice? Sorry. Carry on, Jackie.
Alex the astronaut. What?
Yeah. Alice said, look, just before you go on that question, Alice said, yes, you're an astronaut. If that's true, Alice.
Because she came up as the multiple choice answer. Yeah.
Right.
So
sorry.
She's out of this world.
Yeah.
Drink.
Awful.
Yeah. I'm going with it anyway. Round 1, question 5. The bird with the largest wingspan is what? That's your question. Get some shoots happening.
Contenders here.
I mean, we'd have to give them a clue with the picture as well. Kind of
unless
really
that's
help them out there.
Unless that's throwing them off and it's the brown pelican. So that's the answer. I don't know. Maybe not. Shut up, Dave. I'm going to remove myself.
Yeah. It's an improvement. Let's bring Megs in. Megs, what's cracking?
Hey,
No!
Hey, we just improved this feed. Can only get better from here.
real life was like this, and you could just click a.
Exactly.
All right. Let's go. Round 1, question 6.
Let's do it. Some more space questions.
Alice M, the astronaut, should get this. So, to be correct, of course, what does NASA stand for?
Alice, I feel like you're in a bit of trouble if you don't get this right now.
Yeah.
We've sent you into space this evening.
Minus 10 points, Alice, if you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Come on, Alice.
All right. Yes.
So what does NASA stand for?
Let's push on through. Round 1. Ooh, that was my fault. Hang on. There we go. Now we're showing our age with some of these references here, with a Wheel of Fortune reference. Realise if there's any younger teachers out there, they don't even know what Wheel of Fortune is. But basically, what you have to do for this question is fill in the missing letters and tell us what this spells out. And your clue is that it is a TV show. So tell us the Wheel of Fortune.
Does that
Catchy, isn't it?
reaching Yeah. Is that copyright rules? Are we in trouble there?
I reckon with our singing, we'll get away with it, Dave. Probably won't pick it up.
Yeah, probably not. Have you ever tried to do that? Have you ever, like it used to be Shazam, but now
Shazam, yeah.
Have you ever tried to do it and see if it gets the song? Does it work for you?
No. Does it work for you?
Oh, no.
I was like, is it just me?
Yeah, just you joking. No, it must be it.
All right, this is a good one to jot down or take a screenshot of, and we're going to skip on through to.
Well, actually, this one's worth a random amount of points. Remember?
Oh, it is. We forgot about that part. So while you're jotting that down, let's
this might make you think harder.
Wheel here again. I don't think I told the guys in the back that we were doing this, but we're going to tell you how many points this question is actually worth.
Sorry, George.
You're going to count us down, Dave. Count me down from 3.
3, 2, 1, go.
Whoa! That question, you did it correct. So that could possibly be a game changer in this round of trivia.
Game changer.
Thank you, George, who's going to work that out in the background for anyone that gets that answer correct.
Deborah says you don't watch TV shows. That's okay, Deborah. Thanks, George.
Oh, he's not going to be happy.
So here we go, question 8.
Question 8. Let's have a look. Got a little scene here for you. You want to name that cartoon character? Who's that cartoon character?
I've never seen this show.
No, me either. I wouldn't have known the answer to this one.
No, me either.
Try to mix it up. As we said, it's quite loosely science themed at times, but we try to mix it up so everyone's got a chance to succeed, like the good teachers.
There's pie on the wall there. Look at that. Yeah, that's right. This is differentiating, isn't it?
It is. That's right.
Yeah.
See, we would have got all the really hard ones. We wouldn't have got this one. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The astronaut one. I mean, that's obvious.
All right. That is round 1, question 8. Have a chat with your team. Confer with your family.
Don't Google.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, I don't know if you could Google that. Anyway.
Yeah, you can
don't try.
No, don't try. We won't give them ideas.
No, definitely not.
All right. I think we're ready to kick on, Dave.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm just concerned that we took so long talking at the start. I'm trying to get through this round nice and quick. I think we're doing
people
okay.
were concerned with how we're talking. I think they were very entertained. Anyway, as we were, name the logos. So quite simple. You have to get them both correct for 1 point. So, one may be easier than the other. Again, it's obviously relative, but name them both for 1 point, please.
All right, that is your challenge. Let's bring Megs back in. How you doing back? How you doing back there, Megs? Doing all right?
I actually quite enjoy this royalty-free music.
Oh, really?
It's pretty good, isn't it?
No.
I mean, Dave, you're not really into like good beats,
Anything that hasn't been performed with a guitar or other instruments just does not do it for me, to be honest.
No. We should
I have a son called Lennon.
This is the same man that has bought the same pair of jeans and the same shoes for the last 20 years. Like he's bought new ones, but he buys the exact same pants. The exact same
Because you know what? If you're never in fashion, Jackie, you can never go out of fashion. It's cycles, so occasionally I'm in cycles.
At this point, every Victorian teacher listening to this is thinking, thank goodness Dave lives in Queensland and not in Victoria. You're lucky to have me, not him.
See, he's not just an hour behind. He's like an hour and 4 years behind.
Right.
Hey, I'm going to vote for Pauline Hanson and hope she builds a wall. Let me tell you. You bastards out.
These are yours.
Yeah, don't blame you. All right, here we go. On the Fahrenheit scale, which just for the record is just stupid, what is the boiling point of water?
All right, that is round 1, question 10, our final question for this round. So get your answer on in for this, and then have a think about your answers for the other questions as well.
There's a formula for the whole Celsius Fahrenheit thing, and it's plus 30. So I can't even remember. There's the one conversion I never ever got. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't need to. When do we ever convert anything to Fahrenheit?
Well, see, I'm English. We don't use Fahrenheit, but we do use pounds, and we use inches, and we use feet, and we use miles. So I know I can convert kilometers to miles, and it makes no sense.
It also makes you very good at maths, though. I think when you make that transition over to the dark side over here, it makes you very good at maths.
Well, I was teaching the British curriculum in the last place I was teaching, and we have to teach the metric system. You still teach the conversions for
do you?
imperial metric.
Yeah, interesting.
Poor kids.
Yeah, that's right. What, because you're their teacher or because you're teacher? Oh, no, okay. All right, pressing on. All right, it is time to submit your answers from round one. So that round one question sheet, we want you to fill that on out with your answers for round one, hopefully with correct answers. We'll see how you go. We'll bring the scoreboard up soon, but we will give you a little bit more time on the timer to confer with your team. Answer sheet has 2 question 9s. Great.
Maybe
is there a question 10 there, Angela? Maybe go one of them as question 10.
2 question 9s. There's 2 logos in question 9. Does that help?
That's right. Yeah, so that's what it would be. So pop the 2 logos in there for question 9. That would be brilliant. And we won't need the conversion for the boiling point.
2 bar, really? Unless we've got a wrong answer. I don't know.
No, I think that's right. Thanks, Alistair, for jumping in there as well. I think it is for the 2 logos, so pop them. Yeah. Doesn't matter which order, as long as you get them both in there, that's fine.
It probably matters to George.
Once again, I'm making promises that George is like, thanks, thanks, guys. You're a real pal.
Either one, as long as it's in there, you get the points.
Don't be too generous, George.
I'm talking to a brick wall when I talk to George.
Oh, God, I drink the whole thing for that, Jackie.
Can't stop, won't stop. All right, that timer is just about to wrap up. It's a bit confusing because it went around twice, actually. So, but it is about to.
Our discretion, basically, isn't it?
That's right. Time's up now. Submit those answers. Get them on in. It's going around again. Let's just make it stop. Nah, time's up. Yeah. You've had enough time. We've spoken enough. So we've got George and Megs calculating away in the background there, working out those scores for you this evening. And whilst they're doing that, we're going to push on through to our first bonus round for this evening.
Now, can I clarify here, Jackie, because I'm not sure, but there are probably going to be the same answers. So is it the quickest response? Is that right?
It is. So for the bonus round, there is a $50 Prezi voucher up for offer, up for grabs.
Can I explain the Prezi thing, by the way, just quickly?
Yeah, do it.
Because I only found out the other day, because I actually won one myself. You go into Prezi, you get this voucher. It's an electronic voucher, which is kind of cool too. So there's no plastic. And then you go in and it opens up. See, it's got everything you can think of: Woolies and Coles and Anaconda and BCF, and it doesn't have any alcohol shops that concern me. But there's like, I did specifically.
Really? It does have Uber Eats though, Dave.
It's got Uber Eats. Oh yeah, that's true. Uber Eats. It's got loads, so it's a really cool voucher to win.
Yeah, it is indeed. So there is a $50 Prezi voucher up for grabs for this. But what you will find is we're about to ask you a question where there will be multiple people that submit the correct answer. So we are going to go with the first team to submit the correct answer. So let's skip on across so you can understand what we're talking about. But what we're going to do is ask you to name these 10 animals. So we've popped the names up there for you. You need to match the picture to the name, or the name to the picture. You should see something like that on your screen. You may need to scroll across to see the 10th one that's in there, because often if you're playing on a smaller screen on Google Forms, you won't see that 10th option. But scroll on across there, and your job is to match those 10 animals to those 10 names. We'll pop some progressive, royalty-free dance music on in the background there. Now, that Prezi voucher, the Uber Eats brought up a bit of a sore point for me there, Dave. So, not sure if anyone's aware, but recently Uber Eats had a promotion where if you were living interstate, you could actually send somebody in Victoria free dessert by Uber Eats. So, of course, I posted this in our company Slack channel, essentially like Facebook, but for companies. And so I said, hey, everyone, if you're living interstate, I'd love some dessert tonight. And Dave jumped on and said, Jackie, I would love to help. So I sat there. Yep. And I waited.
I genuinely tried.
And I waited.
And waited. And I tried. And I thought, this is a nice thing to do. I'll do this for Jackie. You know, she's gone to the effort of trying to force us to get a dessert.
Yeah.
Anyway, it wasn't open when I did it, so he said, this isn't active yet. So I slacked Jackie, said, look, I really tried. I picked you out. I'd give it some thought.
Yeah,
so then
yeah,
I tried. Then I tried again, and then I went in and it said, this is expired. It must have had like a minute window.
Yeah.
You're going to get strawberry Nutella pancakes.
Yeah, meanwhile, I went hungry.
Oh.
I went very hungry.
Yeah, no.
It was a great opportunity for people to think of people of their fellow Victorians while they're in lockdown.
Yeah.
Bonus
it's
round
a great
one.
idea.
Answer sheet doesn't work for the question. That is a sad face there, George. It's a sad face from Luke saying bonus round one, answer sheet doesn't work for the question. Only has one answer space. There we go. We can see. So we can actually see George off screen here panicking. He's not
hang on.
back in just yet.
I wasn't actually even listening, but I am now.
I have an idea to solve it, George.
Yeah, what you're saying, if there's only one answer there, then do you want to try, is there another bonus round link? Is there 2 bonus round links? Try the other one.
If they've only got one answer space, they could look at the list and we can private chat and say, this is the answer, the whatever number down on that list it is. And so if they put that correct number for number 1, that could work.
This particular one, do you know what? Try, if you've only got one answer space, try the other bonus round link, please. And I think that should solve your problem.
There might have been an email where George told us to switch the bonus rounds, and we might have not done that.
That's probably Meg's thing, because it's probably Meg's fault.
Yeah,
blame poor old Meg.
Definitely Meg's fault.
Bonus round 2 works. Yeah, but you don't know the questions, Jizzy.
Right.
Oh, bonus round 2, as in.
We're saying the answer. Sorry. Okay, that is totally our bad. Switch the bonus rounds. Switch them around. Going to bonus round 2. We are a seamless operation here at Stile. It's lucky we're working on.
No, this was deliberate.
Science lessons rather than trivia. Hey, but switch the bonus rounds around. Pop your answers into bonus round 2 for us, and that should work for you.
Yeah, it's a problem-solving exercise. This is,
It is. We're always challenging those critical and creative thinking skills.
That's right.
Look at that. Fiona was all over it. Thanks, Fiona. Straight in there.
And Jizzy, well done.
Juzzy, fantastic work.
Jizzy corrected the spelling. Thanks, Jizzy. Nice dog, by the way.
Very cute.
Very cute.
You don't have a dog, do you, Dave?
No, I've got 2 children, which is far worse.
It's not equivalent.
No. He is one of them. Do you want to say hi?
Is that Lennon?
That's Lennon, yeah, my little boy.
Is he going to come in and say hello?
No, he usually does. When I run webinars, I mean, in Queensland, not rubbing it in, but I am allowed to visit schools again now, which is a wonderful thing. But I still do.
Yeah, that's boring. Hey, Megs. How good is being locked down in Melbourne?
And that's how it works. So,
Sorry, Dave. But go on.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
No, sorry. So does Lennon, are we saying Lennon comes along with you, or Lennon?
No, he hovers. He's fascinated by my webinars, and he kind of stands here and,
okay.
He's very quiet usually, which is always helpful. Yeah.
It's better than Meg's dogs. Meg's dogs are not quiet in the background when she's running webinars or PDs by any means of the imagination.
Where are they,
They're
Meg?
really very well behaved tonight. I'm surprised. So far. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, little yappy things. All right, should we...
We should press on. So we give people probably just about enough time for that question there. So we'll get you to submit your answers on through. We might give George a little bit of extra time, given that it might be a little bit more challenging for him to work out. Are you good?
We're all good.
You're good?
So I'll give you a little update. I think all the scores are in with the normal fare. And I've got at the moment a heap of about 10 or 12, 15 really quickly. The bonus rounds are coming in, but I think there's probably a bit of a lag because of the wrong link. But no, we're all good. I reckon go to
the challenge. Got the answers?
Why don't you go to the answers and then we can... Oh, hang on. No, not this one.
Oh, not that one. Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. All right. Go that one.
Fuck, sorry about that. I swore as well. I very apologise. Hopefully no one saw that, and just let's let him keep.
Or
coming.
heard it, George. Or heard it.
Yeah. How do we get George out of here? Ooh.
As teachers, we don't swear. No.
No, we don't. All right, let's run through the answers of round 1, and then we'll come back to the bonus round. Is that
that's right.
Sorry, mate. Let's sacked you there. All right, let's go. Whip through the answers for round 1, and we'll come back to the winners of the bonus round for this evening. So, round 1, question 1. It's been 4 years since there have been any reported cases of the wild polio virus, and the first virus to be completely eradicated from the world was smallpox. The element that has the... Go for it, Dave.
Yes. The element that has the symbol TE is tellurium, which sounds like one of the ships.
I like that. Mm-hmm. And then the first ever spacewalk by an all-woman team. One of the females that was on that spacewalk was Jessica Meyer. And Dave, do you want to chat to why you thought that was a clever question there?
Well, yes, because there was. So this one, Christina Koch, was the other astronaut, and it was her 4th spacewalk, and it was May's first. But it was originally scheduled for March, and Koch and the other astronaut, Anna McClain, but NASA was forced to cancel because that's when they didn't have the spacesuits in the right sizes. So if you remember the news thing that came out, they only had spacesuits in male sizes, not female sizes. So that turned out that Jessica got that acclaim rather than Anne McClain. So yeah,
that's right. So it was a pretty tricky question. The name the brain was, in fact, Dr. Carl. Do you know how to say his last name?
Krasinski.
Krasinski. I actually have something to bring up. Have you ever seen? She can bring this over the top of us, Dave. Have you ever seen a young Dr. Carl?
No.
Look at young Dr. Carl. Look at that.
What a handsome young man.
He was indeed. Oh, look at that.
I'm a happily married man, but you know what? I put a brain on him as well, I tell you. That's
if
how you
anyone spelled that
Krasinski
correctly, very impressed. Very impressed with your efforts there. All right, let's press on though. There he is. Doesn't look quite as handsome these days.
No. The bird with the largest wingspan is the wandering albatross. What an amazing bird. Spends most of its time at... Oh, okay, carry on.
Keep going. I'm just going through the answers.
All right, yeah, it just spends most of its time at sea. I mean, it's amazing. It just glides above the water with its massive wings. But the Andean condor...
Don't stop Dave talking about animals. We'll be here all day. All right, what does NASA stand for? It is the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Alice, I hope you got that one correctly.
Not association.
Wheel of Fortune.
4 points, remember. 4 points.
Oh, that's right. It was 4 points. I'm sure
Yeah.
George picks that up in the background happily, gladly. Big Bang Theory was the answer for our Wheel of Fortune round. And this one
Very
here, the name of the
scientific.
cartoon character. Very scientific question.
So this little guy is, and I'm sure many people know this, but it's Jimmy Neutron. So do people know that? It looks really good. I need to get my kids into this.
You do? I thought Lennon Coco would have been all about it.
Well, yeah, I like the look of him.
Jimmy Neutron. He's a good guy. Name the logos. That's why there was 2 spaces for question 9 to name the 2 logos there. There was SpaceX and the CSIRO. Some very sciencey themed logos there. And then question 10.
Fahrenheit scale, the boiling point of water is 212 degrees Fahrenheit.
Very well done. Alrighty. So just before we do flick over to have a look at the scoreboard and how it stands for the moment, rolling back to our bonus round, we do have a winning team. And the winning team for the animal question, the bonus round 1, which was actually bonus round 2, just to keep you on your toes, the winning team was GBCR. So congratulations, GBCR. I don't know. GBCR, let us know in the chat. What does GBCR? Maybe they can't share it.
Maybe not. Cat, interesting. Are they good childhood memories, Cat? That's what I want to know.
There you go. Cat looks like maybe she's not old enough to know Wheel of Fortune. She knows Jimmy Neutron, but not Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Do we want the answers for the bonus round putting up? So people know?
Yeah. All right. But then I've got to skip all the way back through the slides. Let's do that. That's fun.
Oh yeah, it's
Beep,
great.
beep, 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 beep,
Worth
beep.
it, though.
We're a
Worth
seamless
it.
operation. Doop, 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 doop. Boop. There we go. We got there. All right.
The zebra diker. The Wonderpuss. That's the
Wait,
nice.
hold the phones. Alistair Bryant is wearing the same T-shirt as Megs.
Check
What's
that
going
out.
on there?
There's Megs. There's Alistair.
You've won already in my eyes. It doesn't
Do you
matter
know
how
what?
many answers you get correct.
Alistair has his shirt on the right way around because his style on the back, you see.
Oh, that's it. I'm leaving.
That Geronuk's really cool. Skinny little face. And they stand on the back legs to eat trees. That Hellbender, what a great name. That's that giant salamander. They're like a meter long. They live in the rivers in China.
That's terrifying. Don't go in the water.
Amazing. And the fossa, or the fossa they call it on Madagascar if you've got kids, which is really annoying. But I think it's a fossa, but it's a weird kind of a predator of the lemurs, which is cool. So yeah, anyway.
Nice one.
Sorry.
So those were the answers for our bonus round. No, thank you for that extra commentary there, Dave. Dave is an absolute wizard when it comes to animals, and I'm going to skip through all these slides again.
Jackie's the one who works at the zoo, by the way. That's what we were saying before. And she just gives talks on the animals, like best job in the world.
Oh, it's pretty good fun. The zoo's opening again soon. So Victoria, there is hope in the world. We're opening the zoo again soon. We'll be back there. You can come and visit. But Megs.
No, it's all right. I'm just, I thought you were stalling for time, so I thought I'd just jump in and take control.
No, we're having intelligent
forward?
Conversation, George.
Absolutely. Well,
people think we've been stalling for time entire.
We'd all like to write our own reviews.
That's right. Bye, George. Who's doing the scores? Is it Megs or George?
It's Megs. Yep. Megs, how are we looking on the scoreboard?
Are you ready?
What's happening?
Can we get a drum roll, or can I get a little? Give me some build up, guys.
Have you seen
Well,
the quality of our production tonight, Megs? The drum roll is asking a little bit much.
All right, I'm starting at the bottom, everybody, and I'm working my way up. So on 29, is that the score?
No,
that's their place. They're in 29th place.
In equal 29th position on 5 points.
George, you're stealing my limelight. Get out.
Okay, Team X. Okay, and just kidding.
In 29th place, we have the Reds, who I will say that's my favourite team name. But anyway, then we've got Deborah.
You're struggling with the scrolling, Megs.
Hippo Power. Oh, there's a little bit of a lag. Let me catch up.
Oh, right. Okay. Sputnik 9, good name. Mally Mouse. Nice.
Marley Mouse, I like that. The they're going to appear soon. Give it a moment.
Who is? Hip hop.
Megs in the future.
Just yell them out, Meg, and I'll do the scrolling whenever you're ready.
Come on, Meg.
I'm scrolling. I can see who's on top, but it's just lagging, so you have to wait.
I'm controlling the screen. Okay, cool.
Oh, come on, George. Keep scrolling then.
Oh. Hello, Mal. How are you, mate?
What do you want me to do? Keep going? You tell me, Megs.
Keep going.
I mean, some scores would be great, guys.
Science girls.
In 17th place, we've got Ride and Solo, which I quite like that. Keep scrolling for me,
That's
George.
cool.
Oh, gotcha. I'll just keep scrolling. Got it.
Mendel's Peas in a Pod. Bear in mind, Megs is never going to like any science names because she just wouldn't get it because she's an English teacher. But I like Mendel's Peas
There's
in
a
a Pod.
great one. Number 6, Stile Cult. Surely they've got to win a prize.
I think that was a
Join the
spelling
club.
mistake.
Hey, stop it, behave.
Style Megs.
Sure,
Give me a little
they're not sure if they're winning or they're losing. You don't want to
Take it
score,
away,
look
man.
away.
Social Quiz Chance is in first place at the end of round 1. Give them a round of applause.
Very well done. Equal first there with the Scooby Gang, the MCS Propeller Heads, and the Mitochondria. So very well done to those teams. It's very tight there at the top. But let's press on through then to round 2. Perhaps we can start to sort some of the wheat from the chaff, as they say. And round 2, question 1, a nice easy one if you know the answer. Who patented the incandescent light bulb? So that is round 2, question 1. We'll give you some time to think about that one before we press on to the next question.
They won't need much, I wouldn't imagine. I've tried to rid my house of these things. The cult of style devotees.
Not a mistake.
Nice.
Love your work. Do you know, I think Meg's actually met, I think, the top tier of style devotees last year on one of her trips. Where did you go, Megs, where they had the lab coats they built? I'm bringing you back in here. Yep.
Ararat. I went to Marion College, Ararat, and they had made their own lab coats. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
What do you mean made their own lab coats?
Like
they
style
lab coats?
Yeah, style lab coats, not just lab coats.
To make them, they had like a little style image on them. It was great.
Oh, wow. How clever.
That's next level. There you go,
I cut myself
That's
a lime and I didn't add it to my beer. Can you believe that?
Yes.
Yes, you can believe that. And yes, we can count this as PDOs, I reckon.
Indeed, we can. And yes, we can press on to question 2 for round 2. We do have our movie anagram.
Yes. Now, this question, you'll see that this is the name of a movie, but it's not 5 words. They're not anagrams per word.
That's
so
a movie.
It can be, it's one movie. It's not necessarily one word. It's many words. Who knows? All I'm saying is
huge gains for Axel Data is not a movie. Is that what you mean?
Yes, and but the movie of anagram that it isn't. I spent ages doing that, trying to figure out a word for that, because I don't like just to jumbled up things. Anyway, I wasted hours when I should have been working, but there you go. So this is an anagram of a movie. It's very scientific.
It is. Now, this is a good one to take a picture of or to jot down and keep working on throughout the round. When some of those easier questions pop up and you have some bonus time on your side, this is a good one to come back to and keep working throughout the round. Nellie's come back.
Doing it in a big circle.
Oh, Nellie was yours. I don't know if this is. We also had a student that designed a coronavirus T-shirt based off this. Is that? It's weird not being able to talk to people when you're online.
That was one of my Queensland schools. Ormo Woods State High School, that was.
Nellie, let us know if that was your school, because there were some students from that school that took the coronavirus image that we'd made and designed their own version of it, and then they created T-shirts out of it, which was, Nellie, you take the cake. You win.
That is them. Yeah.
Yes,
that was
them.
So cool.
It's so weird having to wait for somebody to respond via the chat when you're talking. It's a weird world we live in.
Yeah.
Well done, we're not worthy. We're not worthy.
There's a few Queenslanders, by the way. This is good.
There is.
Should we move on?
Yep, we shall. Let's go to
question number 3. How many moons does Mars have?
Yes, that is the question. Now, this one we actually need, you might go to pop a numerical answer into your form there, but we actually need it to be written as text. So if you can write it as a word, your answer for this question needs to be written as a word. How many moons does Mars have? We cannot accept a numerical answer for this one here. So,
Jackie, just out of interest, that planet's actually Mercury. Are we concerned with that?
I mean, we are scientifically rigorous in everything we do, except for trivia, it appears. So
I'm not questioning that. I was actually questioning the question.
It's that's just all. To keep.
So I would say that's a picture of Earth's moon. And so if it had an uppercase M and you said how many moons does Mars have, the answer would be 0 because Mars doesn't have any of Earth's moons. But it has lowercase moons, M. And that's a picture of another moon from another planet. So I think it works.
All right, guys, I reckon just put the answer 0 in and we'll move on to the next question.
You happy with that?
I'm so happy with that. Pop the answer 0 in. There you go. Bonus question for everyone, just because we love you all. All right, round 2, question 4. Make it do something. There we go.
Sing, Jackie.
That's so tempting. then no one would recognize it. That would actually be a good trivia question. Like, what song is Jackie singing in the shower? No idea. Some people, like most people, think they sound good singing in the shower. I'm that bad at singing that I don't even think I sound good when I sing in the shower.
But you still should do it because
I do. I love it. It's great.
Live the dream.
Now, Jackie, just one little bit.
Take it away. No, I won't, because Dave would judge me, because Dave is actually an excellent singer. He sings a great cover of Oasis Wonderwall.
So is that why you don't even shower anymore?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I've resorted to.
This, by the way, you need to name the song and the artist at the point, because I think the song's quite easy, but the artist not so much.
That's true. We'll give them one more listen to it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Should work. There we go. So tempting to sing though.
Could lip sync. Sing at your bottle.
Alrighty, that's your last chance at that question there. The next question, I do feel like I need to give you all a bit of a warning. You may want to look away from your screen. The next question we're going to do is a face morph. And the way this works, we've given you an example to help explain it. So actually morph two faces together. You have to guess who those two people are. Now, to give you a bit of an example,
that looks like, what's his name? Pianist, really clever pianist, comedian.
Tim Minchin.
Tim Minchin.
Yes, it does.
Looks like Tim Minchin.
That's a little bit true, which is terrifying. So that is, in case you hadn't guessed, that is a picture of Dave and I morphed together there. Look at that. Those natural beauties morphed together.
Absolutely.
Just creates
Do you know what?
beauty.
I showed my wife Amanda that the other day. I said, who do you think that is morphed together? She's like, no idea.
It's only an improvement, Dave.
Surely
Amanda's. But that is just the example. That wasn't your answer you needed to pop in there. This is the question you need to answer. We've morphed two faces together into this one picture, and we'd like you to tell you who those two people are. We'd like you to tell us. We'd like you to tell who? We'd like you to tell us who those two people are.
The brain of those people would be bizarre.
Wouldn't it? I nearly looked like one of these people at the start of this evening.
I was hoping you were going to keep that clue.
Bit of a clue. I know you wanted to roll with it.
Yeah, I did. Where were you holding that snake, Jackie?
That was at the zoo. Where were you holding that snake, Dave?
Oh, I pulled that out of my pool filter. I really did. I was very impressed. I let my little girl Coco hold it. I pulled it out of my pool filter.
Did you really? I thought you were like making a gag, and I was like, the gag doesn't make sense. And I was like, so
no, I genuinely, I went to clean the filter out and
sorry.
take the filter. And yeah, there was a little snake in there.
Yeah, wowza.
Queensland, baby. Queensland.
I know. Yeah. No thanks. No thanks. LSD's all over it. That original face morph. Probably for this one too, called Crime Stoppers. Have you seen this face?
You never want to see it again.
No, it's fine.
All right, shall we move on?
We shall. All right. This is your one. You go first.
Awesome. Love it. So that. How do you spell liquefy?
Liquefy.
There you go. Easy.
I think that noise is just on repeat. Liquefy. Liquefy.
So to make or become liquid, you liquefy something, and how do you spell it? I think it's a great question. This is one you need to take to your classrooms tomorrow. It's a great question.
There you go. Question here from Deborah coming through. Do we say the actor name for the face morph? We do need the two names. So we need the two names or the two people that have been morphed together.
There is a point each, though. You get 1 point each.
Brilliant. Kylie Lambert, love this comment here. That morph looks like a CRT I had in grade 3. I hope you called Crime Stoppers.
Absolutely. How funny.
Oh, dear. All right. That one's a nice quick one. You either know it or you don't. So pop an answer on in there. Are they both science people? As loosely as Jimmy Neutron is, Norm. So lock it on in. And we'll go to round 2, question 7.
Well said.
What layer of the atmosphere lies between the troposphere and the mesosphere? That is question number 7 for round 2. Let's go, Megs. I like that I can just pop you back in when you're grooving away when you least expect it.
You've got the right shirt on for it.
You're into it now. It's growing on you, isn't it?
Only because I'm drinking lots of beer.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. It's just the wine.
I officially have Corona. Look, see.
Pretty excited to be here for. Oh, sorry.
What's that, mate?
You're not suffering the way we're suffering. You're not entitled to make these jokes.
You know what? I'm absolutely not going to as well because it was kind of funny a little bit in April, and it's just not. It's not funny now.
Yeah, that's really right. I feel funny. In April, we all had a sense of humour about it, and now it's.
Yeah.
Now it's time for question 8.
So here we go. I hope this is an easy question because it's biology, and all these physics teachers tell us how easy biology is. So, what is the largest artery in the human body?
That is question 8 for you.
Largest artery.
I mean, one of the absolute benefits of being in lockdown would be the STAV conference, for example. So I had the joy of actually jumping into the virtual conference that was run over the last couple of weeks, and it was absolutely incredible. I think it's actually, we're chatting this morning, we did a presentation this morning about the joys of not having to worry about trying to find the room you're meant to be going to next in some large university or conference hall.
I thought you were going to say pants for a minute, but anyway.
But even that, didn't have to wear pants. It was great.
That's really interesting. It's amazing they did this conference like this. I think it's great.
And they did a sensational job of it too. I don't know, you probably didn't hear too much about it, Dave, in Queensland, but just they had a whole range of resources available online, so you could just go in and access the resources that were already there. And then they had a whole lot of live presentations as well that would build off the resources that were there, and you could jump in and ask questions. It was sensationally done, and just the ability to access so many resources and get to so many presentations that you just normally... You have that tough choice of like which one are you going to go to. You have to make that. You could get to them all, which was incredible.
That's great. We actually started doing online PD days, didn't we, as a result of coronavirus? And like we used to do them per state, and I'd go around, or we'd be there presenting in person, which is great. And then we did them online, and it was kind of like, is it going to work? And it's been sensational. Like,
yeah,
really,
it's been
really, really effective.
Been a really great. Like, we'll keep it. It's something we'll take and keep, absolutely. And there's been some really great benefits from it. Style trivia for students. Would you trust us with that, Michelle?
As long as I can drink,
no.
I'm all right.
All right.
On that note,
I decided with the M1. Oh, these people have the same sense of humour as Dave. Maybe they're actually laughing at our jokes.
I mean,
I doubt it.
Yeah.
All right. Question 9. What word can you spell with the chemical symbols for the following elements? Let's bring those up here. We have carbon, cobalt, lithium, holmium, and aluminium. And those are the elements you're going to get given. You can take a screenshot. You might want to jot them down. Have a think about the chemical symbols for those elements. And then your challenge is
not
make
in
a word
that order
out of those.
necessarily.
Yeah. So jumble them around. It's like a movie anagram, but with chemical symbols. So it's sciencey spin on an anagram.
Oh, just geniuses, Like accolades, bring them on. Aluminum.
Oh, they're coming in thick and fast in the comments, Dave. We can't stop them. Stop, guys. Stop, please.
Please. In a minute. Hey.
Perfect. All right. Jot that one down because we are going to press on to question
Melissa, I
10.
think this says more about you, if I'm being honest. Anyway. No chance, Tuba. No chance.
Anyway. All right. Press on.
Yes.
All right. Name the 2 TV shows. Now, I've got a little play button here, but I don't think it plays sound for these 2 TV shows here. So I'm going to play it. Don't expect sound, though. You're just going to see a little...
Sound would be too easy, actually.
That's right. So you're just going to see a little clip pop up. And have a watch of this first one here. And see if you can pick that TV show. It's only a very short grab. You know it? You got it?
Yeah.
Right. See, I didn't know that one when I first saw it. And then this one here, I did know this one.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, okay. So those are the 2 TV shows. There should be 2 spaces there for you to answer. And your job is to name those 2 TV shows.
The first one is better than the second one as well, just for the record. I wasn't a fan of the second one. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, it just wasn't my thing.
I only saw bits and pieces of it, but by all accounts, it was good. I think you're the problem. It's generally the conclusion we draw.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. David, that's a very good point. Thanks, Melissa. You had that last trivia. I know, David, we're not getting paid enough, mate, to keep writing this material. We're too busy writing good lessons for you.
We figured if you remembered the answers, we'd pay it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's right.
We changed most of them.
We changed a couple of jobs.
Play the first one again. All right, let me see if I can do that. Let's see if I can do that now. There we go.
The first one was a vision of the future, the first one.
Look at that. Let me give you another run of it. Brilliant. Second one's so easy, you should know it. So let's wrap up round 2 there. And oops, we gave them no time then. Time's up. No, we'll give you a minute or so. Got a bit trigger happy.
Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to remove myself to visit something. I'm going to loo. So okay, that's great. How long you've got.
Yeah. As soon as a tricky question comes up, Dave's out of here. Answer's asking for a song. Just put the movie name. We've got this really sophisticated back end system, but sometimes it's tricky to make the back end work with the front end. We're getting there. We're getting there.
George will make it work. He makes it work.
Online learning resources is our thing. Trivia, it's our side hustle.
I don't even know if we can call it that right now, Jackie.
No, that's right. It's a venture we're trying out. Yeah, thanks, Megs. Wait, can I get out of here? Good luck, guys. All right, we'll give you 30 more seconds or so. 30 more seconds to submit those answers, send them on through, and then we will work to calculate your scores for round 2. Hopefully we can start to separate some of those teams, particularly those ones up the top there. Dave's back. Excellent work. And let's press on through. We'll start to calculate some of those scores, and we will push through to bonus round 2, which I assume is actually bonus round 1. So we're gonna switch those bonus rounds around on you again. So if you can open up your answer sheet for bonus round 1, I believe it will work for you to enter your answers this time as you head on in. This time what we need to do is to give us the combined age of these 3 scientists that we're about to show on your screen. Now, the challenge is to not go over. So this is one of those times where you don't want to be a high achiever. You just want to be really realistic with your expectations. Thanks, Alice. Oh,
that must be a space thing, Alice.
I have no doubt the team are going to take screen grabs from stuff that we've said tonight and just play it back to us. We're like, oh, the front end's not working with the back end. Just
am I the back
on repeat. End? You missed it, Dave. No, yeah.
Oh.
Well done, Alice. That was very good. All right, so combined age of these 3 scientists without going over. Once again, it is going to be the fastest answer in if there are multiple correct answers. So just to be really clear, you're on a really fair shot here. I believe you need to go to bonus round 1 to enter your answer for this question. George, you're in the background there. Can you just confirm that for us before we show? Please give me a thumbs up.
Up from George, yeah.
That's good. That'll do it. All right.
Hey, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Bonus round 1 to enter the answer for this question here.
Yes.
Combined age of these 3 scientists.
So there should only be one answer, one space to give an answer. So if that's the bonus round 1 equals 2, then you should be able to work that one out.
What if the answer is multiple digits? Is that an issue?
No, that's fine. As long as yes, it's definitely multiple digits, but it's just one answer.
Yeah. You don't think David Attenborough's...
Now, can I tell a quick story while we're here?
Oh, I'm going to go.
Please do. Yeah.
George, get a beer for this. This is good. Now, I'm actually friends with Dr. Jane Goodall and Sir David Attenborough. Like, friends. So when I was, I did a master's degree in animal behavior in Africa, and the place where I was in this rhino reserve, Jane Goodall had a chimp sanctuary there, and she was coming to the chimp sanctuary while we were there. And we were so excited, like, we're going to meet Jane Goodall, like a legend of animal behavior. Anyway, so we had this time. Us master students got together and we were going to go meet Jane, and we walked over, and she was in the back of the car driving off. So we're kind of close, me and Jane, but not as close as Sir David and I. Now, for my 30th birthday, my wife wrote to David Attenborough and said, could you please write a bit of a note to my husband, Dave? He loves you, because David Attenborough is my hero. And this is Life in Cold Blood, and I'm a snake lover. And that says here, with best wishes to a fellow reptile enthusiast.
That is pretty incredible, Dave. He came to visit Melbourne Zoo a few years back, came out to see the Lord Howe Island stick insect, which was a pretty big honour for him to grace the pathways of Melbourne Zoo. And we actually had a ballot for people that wanted to go and meet him, and I missed out on the ballot. So I'm very, very envious of that. So that's absolutely incredible. And what did you do for your wife for her in return for her birthday?
I went above and beyond, and I actually booked via Jackie to take my wife to Melbourne Zoo. She doesn't like animals, but Hanson were playing. She loves Hanson. So we got to see
Hanson, David Attenborough. I mean,
It was really funny. Really quickly, my wife also Amanda wrote to David Attenborough for, I think it was my 40th. I know people are like, 40? Whoa. Anyway, and she wrote, and she said, would you sign something, whatever? And he wrote a letter saying, no, sorry, I'm too busy to sign something. He actually wrote a letter back apologizing for not having time to sign when he could have just.
Yeah.
How bizarre.
I had questions. Did he sign it? Did he sign it?
No, yeah, he did. He's got letterhead. Look. He has David Attenborough letterhead with his address, if anyone's interested.
Amazing. George, what's happening with our bonus round? How are we going?
Very good, thanks. Hey, were there any questions that round with extra points or worth 4 points?
Yeah,
George, we would never do that.
Number 10 was worth 2 points, and number 5 was worth 2 points. Does that help?
10 and 5?
Yeah, 10 and 5, yeah.
Yeah, cool. You're not joking? You serious?
No, I'm 100% serious.
Okay, cool. We've actually got 4 winners of the bonus round. So,
wow. All right. Well, in that case, that is spot on. 4 people with the spot on correct answer.
No, but the closest. But one was quickest, so I'll give that information to Megs, and we'll go from there.
All right. Sounds interesting. All right, let's go through the answers again, and then we'll come back to the bonus round winners. But 4 teams with the correct answer. As we said, we'll go with the fastest team in. So we have that being sent through.
Definitely don't click and give the answer here.
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to happen. All right, let's do the bonus round. Let's just do it now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Lock it in. Lock it in, Eddie.
Yeah,
we're going with. Oh, whoops. It is 242, and congratulations, the team is Megs. You want to jump on in? Who won that one?
It's the team that I love, the Reds. Yes.
Doesn't matter if you bottom Reds. Doesn't matter if you bottom. Hey, when I was going over this quiz the other day, and I had to change the answer.
Clearly in great detail. There's no mistakes or errors or anything that could have possibly gone wrong.
It was very quick go over. But Neil deGrasse Tyson had a birthday on the 5th of October, and he turned 62 rather than 61. So
let's not complicate things.
No.
All right. Let's whip on through these answers for round 2. The light bulb was Thomas Edison. The movie anagram was
Guardians of the Galaxy. Very scientific.
Very. How many moons does Mercury, Mars, the moon have? Hopefully everyone got that one correct, because we told you it was very clearly 0.
Yeah, because Mars has 2. And that, anyway. Over to Jackie's
Phobos and Deimos. I actually know that from our last trivia.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
This is Drops of Jupiter. The lights are faded. Drops of Jupiter by Train. And the fact that it had Jupiter in the title was therefore scientific.
It crosses the bar for us.
That's
All right. How do you spell
liquefy?
It is a very tricky word to spell. I pride myself.
Why on earth it's got an E in there? I know, it's bizarre, but liquefy with an E, not an I.
Good old English language getting us again. The face morph, I mean, not quite as attractive as Dave and I, but it was Greta Thunberg and Donald Trump.
Oh.
So heading into tonight,
a
one
couple
about
of people saying the question was Mars and not Mercury, and we did say Mars in the question, and so that I didn't obviously prove it very well. If you could void the question, maybe, George.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. We'll give everyone a point for that one.
Okay, what do you want to do? Everyone gets a point?
Yep.
Yeah, not the Reds because they're at the bottom, but everyone.
I mean, the Reds need all help they can get. Give the Reds 2 points for that one, and everyone else one.
Cool. Everyone got a point for that question.
Okay. Yeah. No, we did. We totally said Mars. The picture, we said Mars, and then the picture was of Mercury, and then we tried to clarify and say everyone just put in the answer 0 because we mucked up. We totally mucked that one up.
If this makes anyone question our what is it? Our thoroughness,
integrity
of the actual content and style, please don't let it, because it's not like this.
I mean, our content team, if they are watching this, will be cringing.
Oh, no, Marta will be.
Just know that.
Decide themselves.
Yeah. So just know that this is not representative of the content team at Stile. This is representative of. What do we do again? Are we even employed at Stile?
Probably not anymore.
Not anymore. Thanks, Alistair. You got us. You feel us.
So the layer of the atmosphere lies between the troposphere and the mesosphere is the stratosphere.
It is indeed. The largest artery in the human body is the aorta. The word you can spell with the chemical symbols for the following elements. We would accept 2 answers here. So a little bit like the last question. We would accept Dave as an answer. Or alternatively.
Alcoholic.
Oh, so funny. Oh, boy.
2 TV shows. The first one, yes. The first one, if anyone remembers the Jetsons, they were groundbreaking. This is a vision of the future. Flying cars, which is obviously happening. Those tubes that take you everywhere. Great show.
That's what's happening over here in Melbourne. We're in the future, Dave. And just so you know, there are flying cars here. But what are you at? 7 p.m. By 8 p.m., there'll be flying cars, just so you know.
Yeah, we're a bit behind. And Breaking Bad, most overrated show I think I've ever seen.
Oh, controversial. Split the crowd on that one. All right. Megs, how are we looking on the answer sheet? We've definitely put you and George to the test tonight with all the rules we're making up as we go along. But what's
ready?
It like? You ready?
Bring it up. Oh.
Bottom first, mate.
Hey, no. Hey, I'm gonna stop you there.
One job, Megan Fennessy. One job.
I'm not gonna do that, Kate.
Hey. I think we should blame it on George, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to make some last-minute changes just to get us up to date. So I'm going to share a different tab for us, guys.
Okay.
All right, George, take it away.
It's got nothing to do with all the last minute. Yeah.
Wrong button. Sorry, guys.
Get out of here.
Be there too, Jesus.
Dude, I think that's quite impressive, to be honest. I forgot we even did that.
That was the last time we ran trivia down at Canasta, when we could go to Canasta in the Northern Territory. Those were the days.
Those were the days. The Reds are in third. Oh, no, they're third last.
Oh, no, that's right. We're going to have to work as a team here, Megs. There you go. There's a new live ladder. I'll do the scrolling and you do the talking.
All right, scroll up for me, George.
She's pretty good at talking. Should be right.
I do like talking. Oh, I can't actually read the screen, but I can see right in solo. Yeah, George, you're going to have to read. I can't see the screen.
Okay.
Very blurry.
It is quite blurry, isn't it?
There's a couple of people with 0. I think they might have just given up.
Yeah. I mean, I can't blame them. We can see the numbers of people watching the screen, and it is dropping steadily, Dave. I'm sure it's nothing to do with our performances.
All right.
I'm sure we've got other things on.
My apologies. I'm going to jump straight to the team in 16th spot, Science Girls on 21 with a country perspective. Bit of a throwback to country practice, perhaps. Bunch of teams on 22. We get to 23 with the and SAS Style.
See, Megs would have done that. Megs would not have done that.
I wouldn't have. Well done, George.
The Gators Social Quistance. Oh, I like that. That's a new one.
That's good.
Amazing just said, you know what? We're just going to say what we are. GBCR on 23, and then on equal first, 4 teams. On equal first, the mighty Chondria, MSC, Colorheads, Style Cult, and Scooby Gang. 24 with some solid quizzing. But as we always say, there's plenty of quizzing to go, and the game's still up for grabs.
All right, sensational effort.
Great reading, George.
Tuba.
Who gave me this job?
I know Tuba from Darwin Middle School.
2020
It was a team, Meg. It was a team.
All right. Speaking of the team, let's get on to our final round for this evening. So this is the time to separate those teams at the top. It is pretty close there.
Fight.
Let's dive into our very first question for the final round, which could put a bit of a spin on
You got
things.
to know when to hold up, when to fold up.
So our final question does give everybody a chance, except for maybe the Reds down the bottom there, but pretty much everybody else a chance to claim their way back to glory. So this is the gambler question. So the question we're about to show you does have, you can put down up to 5 answers. Now you can choose to put 1, you can choose to put 3, you can choose to put 5. It's up to you. However, if you get any wrong answers, you get 0 points. So it's up to you as to whether or not you take the gamble, whether you want to put down 5 answers, you're confident in your 5 answers, or whether you just want to gamble with 1. Let's flip across. As I said, I feel like Dave and I really kind of tailored this towards our own preferences, this quiz tonight. We do have name the snake species for our gambler question this evening. So we've popped the pictures of 5 snakes up on the screen here. We've given you 10 different options for the names. We want you to try and match the names of the snakes to the pictures, and you should be able to see that in round 3, question 1 as an option there for you to do. Take it away.
Zoom in for a little bit.
Dave.
Let's give him a bit of time on this because, yeah, I love snakes. When we were in Canasta, we were walking home. Jackie, Megan, and I, and a couple of, and Paddy was there as well. And we were walking home, and there was a snake in the street, and some guy was trying to catch it very amateurishly. So I took over and grabbed the snake and picked it because I'm a snake catcher. And yeah, live the dream.
I feel like you forgot to put that context in there. So Dave's side hustle is that on the side he actually is a snake catcher. So out in Queensland, if people have a snake in their yard, they will call up Dave. His number is registered for him to call up, and he will go out and he'll catch those snakes. And so we were literally walking home from it was the welcome drinks at Canasta last year. Down that, remember that beautiful sunset? Tuba will remember this, that beautiful sunset down by the ocean there. And then we were walking home, and there was literally just this giant 3-meter long python. Did I say the right word there? Python on the side of the road. And Dave went, well, this is my time to shine. And he just pushed people out of the way.
Hold my beer, wasn't it? Makes that to hold my This is it.
And he safely picked it up. Some kid was, as Dave said, being quite an amateur and trying to have a bit of fun with it. And Dave went, that's not the responsible thing to do. And he picked the snake up and he went, put it back in the bushes. And everyone just went, oh, who is this man?
Once in a lifetime. But these 5 snakes here, these are all Australian snakes, with number 1 being the most beautiful snake maybe on the planet. It's just stunning. Never held one of them. The rest of them I have all handled, which is pretty scary. But can you zoom in on that, Jack, do you reckon?
No, I can't, sorry. No. Oh, well, actually, sorry. I can bring it up so that they can't. There you go. You can do that. They can still hear us, Dave. They just can't.
Yeah. I chose a few stripy ones. Number 2 is actually a public service announcement. Like this is me doing my thing to help.
Okay, great.
Australia. There you go. Number 4 is very common to Melbourne, by the way. If that gives anyone any hints.
We'll let people take a snapshot of that.
And the list of what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's probably to be expected at this point.
I mean, come on, David, don't expect.
George, can you help us out with that at all? List not matching.
The list, by the way, you just have to choose 5 of the names on the right-hand side in order. So number 1 is, if you think number 1 is a carpet python.
They might not be in the same order.
Awesome.
But
okay, you've got to match the name that you think.
But all the correct answers are there. So even if the screen doesn't match the form, maybe that's a bit of a clue. Just the correct answers are on the form. on the Google form. So just give me the 5 correct answers, and that's all that matters.
All right, perfect. Let's go with that. Before we switch over to the next question, Dave, I've just found this little video here I'm going to bring up. I think it'll put us on mute when we do it, so I'm going to pop this up here.
Panicking, like if you point the bag of stand up, automatically higher, it goes in, it goes up, drop more. Make sense? Make sense?
Amazing. How does it go?
Like panicking, like if you point the bag of stand up, automatically higher, it goes in, it goes up, drop more.
And
What a professional. Absolute professional.
Oh my.
Amazing.
That's impressive.
the big red belly back snake. Very classic.
Yeah, we're not kidding. We're not kidding. Seriously, this is his side hustle. It's what he does.
Yeah, absolutely. If it paired enough,
for the gambler again for you, Angela, you can put down 0 answers if you want. If you don't know any of those snakes, you don't want to take the risk, don't put any answers in. But if you pop in 3 answers and they're correct, you'll get 3 correct points. If you pop in 5 answers and they're all correct, you'll get 5 points. If you put 2 answers in and one of them's incorrect, you'll get 0 points. So basically, if you get an answer wrong, you're out. If you get them all right, you get that many points. So that is the gambler question, and that is round 3, question 1. Take a screenshot. You might as well guess one of them. That's Meg's in the background, no doubt. Depends on where you're sitting on the ladder. All right, round 3, question 2. Let's keep on keeping on. For our ditloid. Dave, do you want to explain how a ditloid works?
Yeah. The letters are representative of a common phrase. And so in this case, 92, EITPT, means 92 elements in the periodic table. So it's one of those things like, it's a common thing. 147, maximum break in snooker, things like that. So what does this stand for?
Perfect. So another example would be 3BM equals 3 blind mice. What does this one stand for, though? It is 8 TOAO. That is your ditloid for this evening, and that is round 3, question 2. We are nearing the pointy end of this evening as we wrap up round 3.
Take a screenshot. I'll write that down. The clue's in a number, you'd think, isn't it? But I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Or the O's. I don't know. The tricky ones to work out sometimes.
Yeah, very much so.
Alrighty, let's press on through
Is
to
it science ditloid? Nora's asking. Yeah, I reckon.
As sciencey as this whole quiz has been.
Yeah. So no, but yes.
Yeah. All right. We do have another Name the Brain for this evening. So this one here, you can see there is a brain covering the face of somebody floating around in a 0 gravity there, it looks like. So see if you can name that brain. That is round 3, question 3.
Have you seen these things? This is the 0 G plane. And they just drop like that.
Don't they also call it the vomit comet?
The
Isn't
vomit
that
comet,
its
yeah. And depending on the angle that they dive, they can simulate gravity on the moon. They can simulate gravity on Mars. They can simulate weightlessness.
It's pretty incredible. Where's Alice? Alice would know all about this. Yeah. Get her back in there. She's an astronaut. There she is.
Yeah. I think she flies this plane.
That's right. Is this Alice? Is that her?
That would be, I think that is Alice.
She's got a sore arm.
What an amazing experience that must be.
Well, it doesn't actually sound all that pleasant, though. That's the thing. It actually sounds like it's quite intense. Yeah. All right, take a screenshot, take a picture. Let's press on through to round 3, question 4.
So here we go. What are the structures called that can form when lightning strikes the ground?
It's always a good trivia question, that can form.
Should lightning ever strike sand? Deborah said some snakes aren't on the list. I just wondered if the list was updated or not.
Excellent, Alice. Just throwing in a bit of astronauting in between classes. Get a few spare periods a week, don't you? Yeah, brilliant.
And look, that's interesting. I wonder if that list. I can tell you, Deborah, for sure that the list that was on the slide has the names. Maybe we should just bring that back up quickly. People take a screenshot.
We can do that. The love when you promise.
Because I don't think it. I think it might not be on the actual list.
All right.
Let me just check they're on there.
All right. Let's give that a go.
Yeah. Definitely on that list. So screenshot that list.
Screenshot that list. Go with that. And once again, George that asked us to change that question, and we maybe did not do that. We'll work it out in the background and forgive us for all of our sins.
Oh no, it's like we're on screen. It's totally George.
All right. Michelle may have also pointed out that for this next question, they're actually wearing a name badge. Brilliant.
But don't
Very
zoom
observant.
in.
We'll pay you that if you can.
Yeah.
If you can get that one. Oops. All right, we'll let you work out that bonus round there, and we'll bust on through to our Grace busting round after George makes this public service announcement.
Yeah, no. So from the answers that I've been provided, which I assume are right, they are on the
Don't
floor.
assume anything with us.
Oh, good. Yes, and based on Deborah's comment, it's fine, George.
Yeah. So the answers available for the gambler on the Google form, the 5 correct answers are there.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Thanks, mate.
Excellent. I love that my automatic reaction is to assume that we've made the mistake. I'm like, oh, it's definitely us. We've definitely messed this up somehow.
You may have given me the wrong answers though, Jackie. There's always that positive. No,
Yeah, that's true.
I'll withdraw that comment. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a possibility. All right, Ghostbusting question. The way this works is we have a movie scene or a TV scene here where 2 of the actors have disappeared and turned into ghosts. We need you to tell us who these 2 actors are. So we need you to name the 2 actors. He does. Perhaps that's a clue.
He may be science-minded.
It might be a sciencey themed question.
You never know.
What is this quiz?
The loose can be. Definitely in the actors, hey. That's pretty tough.
It is, yeah. The actor names are quite tough for this one.
This is the
That's
week.
the challenge, though. We didn't say it's going to be easy. Not giving away the answers.
Absolutely not.
We're not giving away the answers by putting name tags on people whose faces are blacked out.
Actors or character is...
Good question. Let's go with actors. We're going with the actors for this one. There's 4 teams tied at the top. We need to make it tougher. So we're going with the actors, not the character names. We need to separate them out. We can't afford to give them all a prize. Can we, Fiona? Maybe? Maybe. No, we can. Alrighty, take a picture, take a screenshot, and we're going to jump on through to round 3, question 6.
Now, it wasn't just us making it up. This is from our website, so we are officially Australia's #1 teaching science results. Now, see if people remember this. This is a great question. If you've never seen it before, it's really good because it's very misleading. But what is STILE an acronym for? Or what was an acronym for? So when it was created, STILE actually stood for something. Now it just stands for just really great trivia. But it used to stand for something. Stylish trivia in something. So,
how far away do you think we are from being Australia's #1 trivia company, Dave? It took us... So STILE's been around for about 7 years now, 7 or 8 years. And that's got us to being the #1 science teaching resource. How far away do you think we are from being Australia's #1 science trivia resource?
Can't be far.
27.
27 seconds?
Days? Certainly not years. Yeah.
Oh.
Not yourself. Meg is not doing the next trivia night. So STILE, what's an acronym for?
Don't worry, she's already elected that herself. She's got nothing to do with this nonsense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you know she couldn't see, that would have actually made a decision as well. Cool. Let's go.
All right. Round 3, question 7. I stopped it. Oh, I do love that. That track. So the question is not that. The question is, so a group of lions is often referred to as a pride of lions, but what is a group of male lions called? So that is the question for round 3, question 7. What is a group of male lions called? Again, we've gone with the animal questions. No apologies.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. I showed this to my kids a couple of years ago, and they're now sort of 6 and 4, and I thought, when they were a little bit younger, it's actually really quite harrowing. When Scar kills Mufasa. It's like, oh my God, what am I
Absolutely
showing my kids? It's traumatic. We turned it off.
Between that and Edward Scissorhands, I don't know how I made it to where I am these days. Two tough movies. Star question number 6, Kylie. Blatant self-promotion. 100%.
We don't need to self-promote because we're number 1, Kylie. Come on. Come on.
All right, let's press on through to question number 8. What is the offspring? Let's go with the offspring of a male horse and a female donkey. It's our animal question round by the looks of it. What is the offspring of a male horse and a female donkey called?
Do you know, if you can technically mate a zebra and a donkey, and the offspring's called a Z-donk.
I did know that. I don't know why you'd want to do that. But I did know that. I don't know why you'd want to do it, but I did know it.
I don't think it happens in the wild. Do you know when they mate horses? No, it doesn't matter.
No.
It does not. That's not the time.
Do you know when they mate elephants? No, it's probably a conversation for another time. Both of these. Yeah.
They require human intervention, don't they?
All right, let's press on. Round 3, question 9. Which of the following minerals can not be mined for in the game of Minecraft? So we've got that little part of the question there. So if you've got us muted, I don't know why you would. You're missing out on all the great gags and commentary going on. But which of the following minerals cannot be mined for in Minecraft? And you have 4 options there to choose from. And it is a multiple choice question for you.
Oh, that's clever, John. Oh, and this is a good question. What was Scar called before he got the scar? That's a very good point, David.
That's a very good point.
Very good
All right.
point.
I have questions about this movie. I mean, that probably wouldn't be my first one.
No, it wouldn't be my first one.
There are talking lions.
Well, yeah, there's that.
There are talking lions.
It could also be related as well, which is a bit weird.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyway, the talking lions is more obvious. Yeah.
All right. It is the pointy end of this evening. It's time for the Style Star. Now, those people is that the Wheel of Fortune music again?
Yep.
It's the role I was born to play. Here we are. The Style Stars is where we reenact a famous movie scene, and it is your job. Well, previously it was your job to guess the movie and the year, but given that we've been locked down and unable to recreate another movie scene, for those that did play trivia last time, we are going to play you the same movie scene.
Totally worth it.
Dave assured me this was a good decision and that it should get another run rather than recreate something. But this time we're going to ask you to name the 2 actors in this famous movie scene that is being recreated.
2 actors
take it away. 2 actors portrayed.
Yeah.
Wait. All right.
Well, the 2 actors might just be.
Oh, got it. Oh, it could just be. Yeah. Okay, let's see where you're going there.
Please,
all right.
Please.
Alan, this species of veriformans has been extinct since the Cretaceous period. What?
Oh, boy. I actually couldn't agree with Tuba more, though. It does make me laugh every single time. I'm not sure if you noticed my starring role there, the dinosaur in the background.
Meg's just looking that way, and I'm looking that way, but
that bit at the end where I'm not looking the right way gets me every time.
My favorite. Thanks, Stuart.
You know, sorry, Kylie. I know. Thanks, Alice.
Alice, you're one of us.
Yeah, the two
Kylie.
actors portrayed, yes. Not myself and Megs.
I mean, I was playing the dinosaur. I'll give you that one, guys, but that's not a correct answer. You can't. You can't.
For those who don't know, we were in Darwin. We were doing this for Canasta, and it's like, right, we need to recreate this, and we had it all ready, and we got the outfits, and we prepared very well. It's like, well, what are we going to do it in? And there was just a ute on the side of the road, and we said, look, let's get in there. Just climb in the back of someone's ute, and we'll do it in there. The middle. I think that's allowed in Darwin. And yeah, there we go.
That's right. All right, that's where we landed. Oops, we're not going to subject you to that again. We'll skip past that. It is time to submit your answers for round 3, our final round for this evening. There is no extra bonus round, so we're just going to give you a couple of moments to submit those answers for round 3.
You can have as long as it takes for me to say night to my kids.
No, go and do that, Dave. All right. Now, Stacey's asked real actors or style actors. I mean, can you tell the difference? Is there a difference?
I am a real actor, Stacey.
Yeah. No, we're actually asking for the actors from the movie that we were recreating. Next, don't leave me on my own. Stay in here.
Trying to do some back end things here.
No, I'm sure you are. Clicky. Yeah. So hopefully you are getting your answers on through so that Megs can start to look at them and bring up our final scoreboard for this evening. We did have 4 teams that were tied at the top. Perhaps there's been a bit of an upset with the gambler. Perhaps we've managed to separate out those teams. Let's see how we've gone in just a moment's time. We will give you just... I'll keep that clock ticking. Just a couple more minutes to submit those answers on through.
TikTok.
We do have. John said it's highly stylized. Very well done. I reckon you have to drink for that, Dave. That's a good pun.
Yeah, that is good.
I've been off my pun game tonight. Sorry, kind of let the team down a little bit there. It's not as strong as normal. I do have a good joke for you. While we're waiting for people to submit their final answers. I've got a good joke for you, Dave. I know you love my jokes.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a new puppy. So you've met Teddy. You've seen Teddy via Google Hangouts or Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a real problem with him though because he keeps chasing people on a bike. You know, you're not concerned about that. Like it's going to be a real problem. He keeps chasing people on a bike, and so it's gotten so bad that I've had to take his bike off him.
What?
So, no, Josh, don't do it. Just remove Jackie.
I love it.
I'm just going to remove myself.
Don't leave me. Oh, my God. All right, come back. Help.
It's actually the first time I've told that joke without laughing at myself.
And for those who get the style emails, I encourage you to read them because just for the puns. Like it's the thing is though, this isn't just a thing we do as like, oh, this is like what Style does. Jackie does it internally. Like this is like the internal little memos and emails. This is a pun on everything. It's amazing.
Everyone's like, oh, this is fun. She's writing puns. Everyone's like, Jackie, stop.
Yeah. It's a condition. It's an official condition.
Sorry.
That's great.
Recycled humour? No, absolutely. We'll give everything another run. No. You want to hear that joke again, John? No. No. All right. I reckon time is up to submit those answers. Are you a Curb Your Enthusiasm fan, Dave? Do you know what this reference is from?
From what I've seen, I haven't seen enough, but what I've seen, I think he's very funny, yes.
Yeah. I reckon you'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
He's funnier than us.
He's the guy behind Seinfeld too, hey? Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, that's right. Who George is based on.
As a result.
Not this George.
No, not that.
All right, let's whip on through the answers for the final round, and then we will reveal the final scoreboard for this evening for our stab trivia. Let's blame it all on stab tonight. It's nothing to do with style. This is stab trivia that we've run tonight. And the answers are...
Oh, that's not question one. No, that's question 2.
I think I skip past it. Oh, well. Okay. Question 1. What was question 1?
Question 1 was the snakes.
Oh, no, we'll come. So what we'll do, sorry. That's a great point. We'll come back to that. So the gambler, because it can make or break it, let's come back to that at the end.
Good one.
Michelle,
yeah.
How do we get Michelle out of here? No. All credit to
All
credit to Guido. Guido's the real star. He really is. He has like a bit of a cult following in some particular schools. It's quite popular. All right, so we'll come back to the gambler at the end because it can make or break the score. So we'll keep you hanging for a little bit longer. So question 2 was, what does this stand for? 8TOAO stands for Iron Octopus.
Oh,
it is Guido's birthday today. And Gus, who does all of our wonderful artwork as well. So happy birthday, Guido and Gus.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
There you go.
Mike? No. Name the famous brain. This was amazing. This was when Stephen Hawking went into the vomit comet. And like, what an experience. You can see he smiles in there as well. It's amazing.
Doesn't sell it, does it? It was so amazing the time you went into the vomit comet. It was indeed Stephen Hawking. The structures that can form when lightning strikes the ground. How do you say that word, Dave? Fulgurates? Fulgurates?
Yeah.
That's the word. That's the answer. The ghost actors. We did have 2 Big Bang Theory questions tonight. George did question me on this. He was like...
Quick, by the way, I also did some Googling and I paid petrified lightning for Fulgurite. Dave, that's Dave's question.
Petrified lightning. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what it is.
Okay. Great. We'll do it.
Good call, George. Good call.
And the ghost actors. The ghost actors... Oh. Do you know what their actual names are? They're not popping up. George, do you know what their names are?
Kyoko and Jim Parsons.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kaylee Kyoko, I think.
Perfect. All right. What
Jim
was
Parsons
Stile?
was the highest paid actor in Hollywood for a while, wasn't he?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is surprising. Probably warranted 2 questions then. Glad we gave him a good run.
There you go, see?
All right. So originally, Stile was an acronym for Student-Teacher Interactive Learning Environment.
Not science.
Not science. And then we kind of realised that's what we really cared about. And we pivoted to creating science lessons. And we've never looked back.
We didn't care about them. We cared about science, didn't we?
Until trivia came along. And then we pivoted again. And we started our own trivia empire.
Super Teacher Interactive Legend Experience. Have you seen the real one of this? No way.
Did Scar actually have a real name before that? Oh. Did you change it by Deepole, or was it official change, or it was just a nickname that he acquired?
I just Googled it. Don't ask questions.
That's what we do. That's our job. We're running trivia.
That's right.
Group of male lines is called a coalition.
Yeah.
That's some good trivia for you. So often we think of a pride of lions with a male with a group of females, but a bit of trivia for you. They're born at roughly a 50-50 ratio. So there's a whole lot of males hanging on the outskirts that form little coalitions, like George has done.
I also paid Brisbane Lions Football Club, which I thought was a good answer. It didn't impact the result, so I let it go.
Great. We'll pay it. I think that's fair.
The offspring
Victorian trivia. We'll pay it. Dave doesn't even know what we're talking about. There are lions in Brisbane. He's panicking.
What is the offspring of a male horse and a female donkey? It is a hinny.
Very well done.
I'm not sure if that feature is a hinny. I don't know. Could be. Anyway, carry on.
Content team could probably verify it for us. Imagine we gave this trivia to the content team. They'd have a heart attack. Which of the following minerals can not be mined for? In Minecraft, apparently, zinc. Who knew?
And in real life, because you can't get it from the ground, right? It's an ore. You have to purify it.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
Whereas diamonds, anyway, yeah.
All right. Time for our Willywood. So this time when we play our movie reenactment, we are going to play it against the original, just so you can see the quality performances that...
The Ute was the...
Alan, This species of vermiforming has been extinct since the Cretaceous period.
Whoops. Oh boy.
That's so great.
In the mix. Let's just all clap ourselves because
Just well
nobody
played,
at home is
everybody.
clapping.
One
Somebody
take.
hire me.
Yeah.
How you stood up and looked like you were holding on. I believed that in the bar, Megs, that you were
I was
holding
there every step of the way.
That only took us like one take, didn't it?
on.
Absolutely.
Oh, one take of many? Yes, correct.
Meg, have you dyed your hair for your next role? We're doing,
I have. Yes.
we're doing the
I
notebook.
got our natural, George. This is my
Oh,
natural.
really? I think it looks fantastic.
Thank you, George.
Alrighty, so coming back to our gambler question of naming the snake species. So this is where thank you, Kat. Claps, virtual claps coming from Kat.
Thanks.
Naming the snake species, the 5 snakes you had to name. Let's hope
Here
these
we
were
go.
answered in the answer sheet.
Yes.
I don't know.
So the first one is actually a variation of a black. It's a black snake species called collet snake, and it is beautiful. But it's found kind of inland, and you don't see them. But that just stunning. They're not usually that bright, but anyway. Number 2, this is my public service announcement. So when I used to work for Wires in New South Wales, I used to get a call, and most calls were for brown snakes. Like almost, oh, we've got a brown snake, and most times I turned up, they were never brown snakes. Because there's a lot of snakes that look like brown snakes. But baby brown snakes are generally stripy, and they've always got that little black patch on the back of the neck. So that's a baby eastern brown snake. Number 3 is a death adder, which is just a super cool snake. They just lie there and they're lazy and fat, which is, I resonate with this snake particularly well. And they attract them with a lure on the tail. Super cool. Tiger snake, number 4. Like very cobra-like almost in what they're doing with the neck, but yeah, you get variations of a tiger snake, but this is a quite a common variation. And number 5 is a coastal taipan. It's not an inland taipan; it's a coastal taipan. So yeah, number 2 is the second most venomous snake in the world. Number 5 is the third.
Aren't we lucky? We're so lucky here in Australia. Dave, that was a sensational run through of those snake species, and I'm glad to know that those answers were actually on the answer sheet. I did doubt us, but it was actually correct. So we had it right. So it is time for the all-important final scoreboard for this evening. Now, Mike, thank you for your comment here. A lot of fun. It took me back to Canasta, probably because we repeated a lot of the questions. But no, glad to hear you had a good time tonight. And we do thank you all for joining us. As we said, this is all on Stav. Any complaints, send them to stav.com.au. No, it's not there.
Oh, no, that's not fair. That's not fair. Send
I'm
them to
kidding.
Megan Fennessy at styleeducation.com.
Exactly. Megs will happily answer any of those emails. But no, we have had a lot of fun. Thank you very much for Stav for asking us to do this and run this for everyone. It was our absolute pleasure to help keep people connected during this time. And congratulations again on hosting such a wonderful virtual conference. I know myself and the team jumped into a lot of the sessions and were blown away by the quality, and just being able to jump into so many, and the access and the ease of access was incredible. So exceptionally well executed and well done, and wrapped to be a part of it. Thanks, Fiona. Of course, the all-important thing, though, for this evening is the winner of our Prezi voucher for this evening. Now, if you do win, we will be in contact with the team captain that has registered via email. So we'll be in contact with you and we'll send you out your voucher. And we very much appreciate you playing tonight. But Megs, how have we landed? Megs and George, what's the verdict?
All right, George is scrolling and I am reading out. Everyone's going to get a shout out because we're in the final round. So in last place, we have the Cats.
Wow. I think that was genuine Cats. The lowness of the score.
I mean, they missed round 1, so I feel like it was a pretty good effort to come back in, like strong entry round 2, round 3.
No, not giving them anything.
Not a very strong finish from Forte, am I right?
Yeah, Forte. I don't know what happened there. Schrodinger's cat. Have I pronounced that correctly?
Yeah, well done.
Oh, your English teacher, you.
I feel like we can only blame ourselves for that because they were heavily invested in the first round and dropped off round 2 and 3. So we'll wear that one.
What can I say? And then Sputnik 9. Look,
Yeah, you
Who
got
got
it.
the English teacher to read out the answers?
Thank you for your make it, Megs. Just make it up.
Let's just move on to the group that I do like, the Reds.
Yep.
Then we've got Deborah. Lovely Deborah. I think Deborah was riding solo. Then we've got Melly Mouse.
You got it.
Following on that, we've got Durham Leaders. Then we've got Stacey. Then we've got the Nerdy Family. Love it. It looks like someone's brought their family along, which is great. Then we've got Ride
Family friendly until George joins, but other than that, family friendly.
Yeah.
No
Who
comment.
let George come along? Then we've got the Neep Tides. The Holgate family, another family. Apologies to you and your family members for George's potty mouth. Then we've got
Tom Holgate. Tom, if that's you. G'day, Tom. Thanks for joining.
yeah. Is it? Tom
It
Ryan
is.
on Facebook.
It is now.
Team Awesome. And then we've got George.
Not
you should
so,
know
as
that.
it turns out.
I think it's pronounced the.
Oh, brilliant.
Love
Then
it.
we've got the Happy Birthday SMAC. SMAC, what does that stand for? Please write it
Smack.
in and let us know.
Like heroin, maybe.
Oh, smack. Oh, that's
No, probably
again.
not.
Apologies to the family members who are watching along. Then we've got contextualized vision. George, I hope you're still there and scrolling. Yes. Then we've got the Mendel's Peas in a Pod. Well done. We're getting closer, everybody. A country perspective. GBCR, our first bonus round winners. The Elwoods. Oh, I like that. What
Clever.
movie is that?
Clever.
What
I used to play
movie is-
football for Elwood City. Sorry, Karen.
Oh, I'm thinking of Elwood's the character from that movie. Anyway, never mind. Then we've got the Science Girls, Girl Power, love it. Just Me Again. I'm assuming that's someone by themselves. I don't know.
I think Al Woods, isn't that Legally Blonde?
Legally Blonde George, that's it. Happy birthday, Sarah B. Mack, by the way.
Yep.
Sure.
Happy
then
birthday.
We've got Power. We've got SASC style superstars. George, scroll up.
Yep. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Got ya. I was going the wrong way. We're getting down the business end. Let's go.
Go.
Social quiz chance. Amazing. Team amazing. Style cult. I'm really disappointed you didn't come in first place.
Oh, they're already winners. They're already winners in our books.
That's true, Jackie.
We won't send them a voucher, but they're winners.
Oh, is this the winner?
Here we
Yep,
go.
I'm doing it
No.
really,
And number 3 is the giveaway, Megs.
really slowly now. Top three. Top
We've
three.
got Scooby Gang in third place.
Went for a
In second
1, Megs.
place, the Mitochondria. Oh, such a
Good
good
name.
name. And then in first place we had
1 point. 1 point.
Oh, I'm so
Wow,
glad
that
we
was
didn't have a draw.
close.
We couldn't
I
afford
just
that.
want to point
We spent all
out,
our budget on the trivia.
Thanks, Alex.
thank
That's very
you,
true.
Alex Russell. We are an attractive bunch of quiz masters.
Well,
Wait. There we are. Sorry, Dave.
Big quiz.
Well done, MCS Propeller Heads. Sensational effort. Thank you so much, George and Megs in the background. We did make your life very difficult by not listening to your advice in the first place to change things around and fix questions up. And then very much appreciated your efforts working on that in the background. And Dave, lovely to catch up with you. Hopefully we can do it in person soon.
Hopefully.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. When the jury's out. But thank you, everyone. Oh, sorry, George, go for it.
No. I was going to say, on behalf of No Brainer Trivia, thank you and well done to the host. You did a fantastic job. Megs, couldn't have done it without you, mate. brought it home really strong.
Good
do a
job.
quick plug. No Brainer Trivia. We're on Wednesday nights at 7:30. Check our Facebook page / No Brainer Trivia, nobrainertrivia.com.au. We do a lot of these sorts of gigs. We do one every week as well. It's free to play. It's a bit of fun. We also, if you want to send in your Willywoods, we can cut it together and get some of them done as well. It's all happening. But thanks again to Stile, and well done to the hosts. Great work.
No, appreciate your help.
Thank
As
you.
you can see, we
Without
definitely
you,
couldn't have done it without you. And a big thank you to Stab for asking us to host this evening for you. Congratulations again on a wonderful conference.
Cool. Look at that.
Hopefully we have finished it off in style for you. Drink, Dave.
No.
But thank you all. Have a wonderful evening. Don't go anywhere. Stay home and have a wonderful
Who,
weekend.
me? I'm going out.
Yes, no,
Sorry,
stay home.
anyway, yeah. Stay home. Yeah, I'll stay home.
Stay home. Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.